And it's being reported that Kimi Antonelli has received over 1,000 hateful messages and even messages telling him to harm himself, all because one mistake in Qatar. But before I go any further, I do have to say that these are not true Formula One fans. Threats, bullying, harassment, online or offline is not acceptable. My personal take on what happened. And it all began with the 2025 Qatar Grand Prix. Going into Qatar, we have a three-way fight for the World Driver Championship. Max Verstappen isn't leading the championship, Lando Norris is, but this championship title is starting to get razor thin. So towards the end of the race, Max Verstappen was running first and Lando Norris was in fifth. If they had ended the race how it was right then and there, Max Verstappen would have closed the gap in the championship to just 10 points. And after Qatar, there's only one race left, which is Abu Dhabi. Every point matters. Now with Lando Norris in the 5th position, he starts catching up on rookie F1 driver Kimi Antonelli, who is currently in 4th. And Lando Norris at least needed that P4 so he can get 2 extra points and raise that gap from 10 to 12 points going into the final race. Kimi Antonelli is in front of Lando Norris, but on lap 56 out of 57, Kimi Antonelli might have taken a corner way too aggressively and fast. What happened was he lost the rear tires and ended up fishtailing, forcing him off the track. This small mistake by Kimi Antonelli provided Lando Norris the opportunity to take his spot and claim the 4th position, which gained him 2 extra points in the championship. Immediately after Lando Norris took the position from Kimi Antonelli, the Red Bull Racing Team's GP got on the radio and said this.
Not sure what happened to Antonelli, Max. Looks like he just pulled over and let Norris through.
And I don't think he thought his comment was going to explode the F1 community, because that one comment sparked everything. And an online firestorm happened, and not a good one. And then so-called Formula One fans started to flood to Kimi Antonelli's social media, sending him hate comments and messages that were completely uncalled for and what I would call illegal. It was reported that apparently Kimi Antonelli received over 1,000 hate messages, all bullying, threats, and accusing him that he purposely gave Lando Norris that P4 position to help him beat Max Verstappen in the championship. He never gave that position up to Lando. But apparently it got so bad that Kimi Antonelli had to take a break from social media and he changed his profile picture of himself to just a blank photo. So this is where it gets messy, and I'm not sure if the team principals and the garages see the same video footage that we see, but I can kind of see where they came from just because the TV direction didn't show Kimi's fishtailing until like minutes after it happened. So when it first went live and they cut to Kimi Antonelli and Lando Norris, it looked like Kimi went wide on purpose to let Lando through, but that was just part of the story. And if you watch the onboards of Kimi Antonelli and Lando Norris, you'll understand what happened. Kimi Antonelli lost the rear tires, corrected the slide, and went off track. And Lando Norris simply capitalized on the moment. And I think it's just so easy to forget that these guys are taking these corners at 150 miles per hour while seemingly having casual conversations over radio. People forget Kimi Antonelli is a rookie driver with a championship contender on his back. Mistakes are going to happen. The messages that Kimi Antonelli were so bad that we got a lot of responses out of the F1 community. And this is what Total Wolff had to say about the incident.
GP's comment at the end, I just saw him and spoke to him. He didn't see the situation that Kimi lost it when he went on the gas. We lost valuable points for our Constructor World Championship, so I'm as annoyed as him, and completely we cleared the air between each other. There's no issue.
And this is what Kimi Antonelli said at the media pen when the reporter asked him about what had happened with Lando Norris.
With 2 laps to go, I went in a bit quicker into turn 9 and lost the rear and went off track. So
now, after all this, as you saw in the first clip, Total Wolff and Red Bull had a discussion and they cleared it all up. And this is the statement that Red Bull Racing gave after the incident. Red Bull Racing Team statement. Comments made before the end of and immediately after the Qatar Grand Prix suggesting that Mercedes driver Kimi Antonelli had deliberately allowed Lando Norris to overtake him are clearly incorrect. Replay footage shows Antonelli momentarily losing control of his car, thus allowing Lando Norris to pass him. We sincerely regret that this has led to Kimi receiving online abuse. And it even got so bad that the FIA had to step in themselves and issue their own statement. The FIA and its United Against Online Abuse campaign condemns abuse and harassment in any form. It remains absolutely critical that everyone operating with our own sport can do so in a safe and respectful environment. We stand in support of Kimi Antonelli and urge the wider community online and offline to treat drivers, teams, officials, and the whole sporting ecosystem with the respect and compassion that they deserve. The FIA, they did something right. They did good. So look, I get it. The championship fight is going to the wire. It's close. Emotions are high. And none of us wants to see our guys, our drivers, and teams lose. Every team wants to win. But I think this moment was important to realize how fast things can go. How things can go from racing to real life harm. No driver deserves any threats. No rookie deserves abuse for making a mistake while driving 150 miles an hour. With that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe to get more F1 content. And like I always say, it's a great day to be a Formula One fan.